A new statement from Iran's most powerful military force is now raising fresh concerns from where the Middle East conflict could be heading next. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, has issued a very strong warning, declaring what it calls a resistance front, and it will continue to struggle until the military forces to lead the West Asia and Zionist regime is eliminated. The statement comes at a time when tensions between Iran, Israel, and the US remain very highly dangerous. And maybe that is why the message is attracting the global attention worldwide. According to IRGC, recent events in the region have now changed the balance of power and forced Iran's adversaries to accept what it describes as the new reality on the ground. Now, the group also claimed that Iran and its armed forces have established the new rule in the region, particularly around the Strait of Hormuz. Now, that is a very significant statement because the Strait of Hormuz, as we all know, is world's most important energy route. A large share of global oil and natural gas shipments pass through it, the very narrow stretch of land, or maybe a water between it. And the threats to stability in that area can quickly impact the energy markets, the shipping routes, as well as the global economies. But the bigger story is not just about the geography, it is more about influence. Well, for years, Iran has supported a network of allied groups, and according to Middle East, often referred to as resistance axis. Now, these groups operate in countries like Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, and Yemen. Now, Iran views them as strategic deterrent against the regional rivals. Its opponents, however, seem to have a source of instability and conflict, and that disagreement has appeared much of the region's security landscape for decades. The latest IRGC statement suggests that Tehran believes in the recent confrontations have strengthened its position rather than weakened it. However, there is another side to the story. Israel has repeatedly stated that it will continue taking the action against any kind of threat if it believes that it endangers the security. Now, the United States has also maintained a very significant military presence in the region, and now it continues to support all of its allies. As a result, the gap begins comprehending the versions, and as the Middle East still remains as wide ever. And that creates uncertainty. Will these statements just remain the part of a war of words? Or this could actually signal more confrontational phrases in already volatile region? Well, now the answer is unknown, but for now, the governments across the world will be watching very closely. Why? Because what happens in the Middle East rarely stays in the Middle East. From energy prices to global trade, security, and diplomacy, the consequences can travel far beyond the region itself. And with the tension still running very high, the next chapter of the crisis may prove just as important as the last one.